All right, Big Rob. The show is happening this weekend. The Chocolate Factory comedy show presents Ray Davis along with special guest comedian Donnell Rawlins in town this weekend at the Foreign Thought Center. We're going to bring
Yes,
Donnell Rawlins
sir.
into the conversation. Everybody love this man. It's a crazy dude. We're looking forward to the show. Welcome to the show, Donnell Rawlins. How you doing, brother?
I'm I'm freaking okay, and I just want to say what the flip, man. I can't understand the mother freaking whatever. I'm happy to be here, bro.
We happy you here too, man. We happy you here too.
No, you're not happy. You gave me. I had to sign paperwork. I had to give blood. You weren't happy, and you had your professional voice. We want you to understand, Danielle, that you can't use the language that you want to use, and so and so. To which
Yeah.
I said, I've been doing this for 30 years. To which you said, so have I. So is this gonna be a battle of the old heads or the bald heads?
Oh, the ball heads. The ball heads.
Boy,
The ball heads. It's all love, man. What's a Donnell Rollins show like, man?
Well, I didn't hear. What'd you say?
What? Tell me about this show, this whole tour. You and Ray
On
working
the show,
together.
like I've been knowing Dray Davis for over 25 years. We kind of started at the same time. We came up from, like, if you want to say the chitlin circuit, both of us have got a certain amount of success in this business. And this is the first time that me and him have toured together as a tandem team. He's one of the funniest guys out there. I'm one of the funniest guys out. And the thing I like about this is that both of us have been able to get some success on the theatrical side. If you want to say we are thespians, if you don't know what that means, Google it, but it has nothing to do with a pronoun. It has nothing to do with a she, her, them, or they. It's people that can multitask and do stand-up and act. And we're coming to Muskegon or Muskegon or Muskinen. I can't even pronounce it, but I know we're about to have a good time.
Well, hey, Rob, we can't complain, man. That's what everybody say, right? Muskegon, Muskoka.
Slogan, whatever.
I say
Yeah,
Muskegon. I just say good people. I've never performed there. I've been in Michigan before. I never performed there. But when I talk to people, they say, "Where you going?" I say, I'm going to Muskegon." They say, "You're gonna have a good time." So I don't know. Maybe it's one of those little special places not too people know about. But after me and D-Ray blow the stage up, the world will know.
Oh, they know. They know. Keith Sweat going to be on that same stage the next following week. Keith Sweat.
Keith Sweat.
Yeah, the next following week, same place. Yeah, they know.
Okay,
Yeah.
well then maybe I'm just old. Maybe I'm late to the party.
Wow, man. Hey, this community needs a comedy show, man. We need a laugh. You guys are coming at the right time. We've been through a lot in this community with COVID, with violence. You guys are very relevant right now, man.
Yeah, well, I know that comedian need comedy. I think they need water too. Oh no, that's Flint.
right. That's Flint.
I'm sorry,
We,
no
we
disrespect.
got plenty
I
of
didn't
water.
curse.
That's good.
That statement sounded very profound. I apologize for that.
That's
I
okay,
will.
man.
I'll be bringing 2 gallons of water when I come.
All blessings to our people in Flint. All blessings to our people in Flint, man. I want to ask you something serious, man, about this whole thing with comedy under attack. Is that stage your safe place now?
Oh, I never switched. I mean, council coaches for people like the thing is, my entire career, people know me from a little bit of television I've done, but I've been in the streets like every year coming to these comedy clubs. Last 27 years, I've been pretty much a road comic. So I don't have to adhere to what networks and corporations think is the right thing for comedy. So I never pull any punches. My comedy is gonna be what it is. One of my phrases I always use: a joke can be too soon, but it never can be too soon for a funny observation. And if I think that we're in a time where if you can easily Google somebody, you can get a sense of what their comedy style is. And with that said, you can choose to buy a ticket or not buy a ticket. But if you come into a show and you're like, "Oh, I don't want to be offended," or "You can't say this," I would definitely encourage you to not go to my show, but to go to church. Me and D-Ray, we don't pull no punches. We're going to bring comedy. We bring it to where it's supposed to.
I think we might have lost Donnell Rollins right there. We're live on Facebook, live on YouTube with Donnell Rollins coming to town. I think we lost you for a second. You were talking about you guys' show.
Yeah, like we're not politically correct. We're not PG-13 comics. If you want that, it's probably a good idea to go to church. But we like two comics that say how we feel. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's gonna be like super blue or anything like that, but we don't pull no punches on our thoughts and how we want to deliver our comedy. And again, I can't say this enough. If you're overly sensitive type of person, you might want to find something else to do. But we bring it funny. Funny is funny.
Wow. What was it like? What was it like working with Dave Chappelle?
It was incredible. Like, it's a question I'm asked even 18 years. The show has been on television for 18 years. It still maintains its relevance. Working with Dave, he's like one of my closest friends. I consider him my brother. And like, it was times we were working on set where I forgot that we were even getting paid for it. It just like was a fun atmosphere to just be creative, just to bond with your brother, and we made some money. But it's one of the best moments of my career working with him. I've done a lot of other things since, but it probably is one of the most comfortable environments that I've ever done since I've been doing it for 27 years.
Wow.
So you couldn't have been on the stage or behind the stage when that guy ran up on Dave Chappelle, huh?
What was that? What'd you say?
You couldn't have been on the stage or behind the stage when that guy ran up on Dave Chappelle.
Now, the funny thing about it, I had did every show but that show. I was on my way to Atlanta to do a project, and I know that if I was there, it probably was a good thing that I wasn't there, because I know, like, you talking about one of your closest friends, a treasure to comedy, the GOAT. And for anybody, it's kind of crazy the world we living in where anybody feel like they could just come up on stage and try to harm somebody. But I know if I was there, my reaction would have probably been the same thing as everybody else's reaction in that case.
Well, we don't know what the reactions were. There was a black screen, and they say the guy tripped and fell a few times. That's about it. That's all
That's the
we
only thing
know.
I know. That's the only thing I know. That's the only thing. The only thing I know is those steps are kind of high. That's the only thing I know.
Right, 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 right.
And the words of my man Earthquake, and I know you've heard this phrase: "Play silly games, win silly prizes."
Wow. Donnell Rawlings. No, we lost Paul Mooney. I think that was last year. We lost Paul Mooney. Did you ever work with him?
Yeah, I worked with him. Paul Mooney, before I started doing comedy, when I was thinking about doing it, I remember seeing him at the Comedy Store. And one of the most prestigious for comics is like, you've made it when you get past in a club. And I saw this dude. I've never seen somebody talk to white people the way he did. I was like, oh my God, man. And he did not give a hoot. I wasn't going to say another word, but I want to let your general manager know I'm professional, and I won't say he didn't give a flip about what you thought. I seen this guy walk 50% of his audience, and 50% more people came back in just to get more insulted by him. But Paul Mooney is one of those guys that everybody, if you know the world of comedy, you know how important he was to a lot of careers. Writer on Good Times, writer on Sanford and Son, writer for Richard Pryor. For some reason, he didn't get all the accolades I think he deserved. But in our community of comedy, we know Paul Mooney is one of the greatest people to ever do it.
Now, to you, Donnell, who is the ultimate comedian going way back to now? Who's the ultimate, your favorite comedian in the whole world? Richard Pryor, Red Fox?
That's an easy question, man. My favorite comedian in the whole world is Donnell Rawlings. And I not to be cocky or whatever, I look at some of the people, the greatest people to do it, and I was like,
We lost him.
Oh, we lost him. All right. We lost Donnell Rawlings. Just like that, we live on 103.7 to be live on Facebook and
I never
live on
really
YouTube.
praised or really looked up. I didn't even expect to be doing comedy in my life. It was all just by chance. I was working a job. I got invited to a comedy show with some friends. I started heckling. I became popular by heckling people. The club owner wanted to shut me up. He dared me to go on stage. And 27 years after that, it's what I do. I do appreciate. I do appreciate what Richard Pryor did to comedy. I appreciate what Eddie Murphy did to comedy, or for comedy. I appreciate what George Carlin did for comedy. I appreciate what Flip Wilson did for comedy. I appreciate what Dave Chappelle. All of those people, but I do appreciate the work that I put in to consider myself to be one of the dopest to do it.
All right, let's talk about the show this weekend, man. This tour, like you guys been touring for how long?
Well, I've been touring since I first started, but me and Deray, we've done different shows like those group shows, like the Def Comedy Jam type of situation. But this is the first time where me and him pretty much on the same bill without a super cast of other comics, which gives us an opportunity to stretch out. Normally, when you see those shows, you see a comic do 10 or 15 minutes, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to do 30, 40 minutes. D-Ray going to do 45 to an hour, and it's going to be a solid show. One thing I respect about D-Ray is like, he does a comedy night in California, and the guy, has credits up the butt. He does pause. He does a lot of stuff. But the thing I respect about the guys that still constantly work out at being good at their craft, and he's one of the best to do it. Always practicing new material, always going to places you wouldn't expect him to be. And I just think it's going to be a great combination if you really want to see some good stand-up, solid guys that are veterans that have been doing it for a while, that have experienced so many things. Make sure you come out this weekend. It's going to be dope.
We need this, man. We need this so much. How can people connect with you, man? I know you on social media.
Donnell Rawlings. Google me. Anything will pop up. Donnell Rawlings. Look for the blue check. Now, if you Google Donnell Rawlings, it might be some TMZ joints that pop up, but that's the old Donnell. The new Donnell is going from ashy to classy. So y'all gonna see a more refined Donnell this weekend. But I'm there to have a good time. I'm having fun, and I want to shout out to the promoters that brought us there, because it's like a lot of people aren't taking chances with stand-up. So I appreciate the fact that you guys are taking the chance to have me on this show and to come see me this weekend.
Oh man, you're a classic, man. Your line, I'm rich.
What's the end of it? What's the end of it? What's the end
I'm
of
rich.
it, man? If y'all don't stop, I'm gonna say it. I'm rich. Okay, I won't say it. I know y'all got a choke button up there.
Did you write that line? Was that script? How did that come about?
That was a line that Dave did in years ago in one of his specials called Trick Whitey, where he wears this outfit and then
I remember
you
that.
think he's one person, then he takes it off, then he says, I'm rich, biatch. But when we did that scene, I was stuck in that shot because I had to drive that truck. I had to hit a mark, not run over the white lady. I didn't have a driver's license. Nobody asked me. And I had to do this line, and I kept saying it over and over again. I was screwing it up. And then Neil Brennan said, well, yo, listen, we're not going to be doing this all day. If you get it right, we're going to cut the scene. And out of frustration, I was like, I'm rich. And you know the rest, and the rest was history.
Oh man, wow! Looking forward to seeing you this weekend, Donnell Rawlings, and you're a funny guy, and D-Ray. We know D-Ray gonna bring it. It's gonna be a great show. Yeah. Anything else you want to say before we go? I think we lost him, Rob. Yeah, we got you. Anything else you want to say before we go?
Thank you.
You're welcome, my brother. You're welcome, my brother. Peace and blessings to you. There you go. Rob, just recap what's happening, man.
Dray Davis with special guest Donnell Rawlings coming to the Frontal Theater in Muskegon. Love to see it happen. It's going on 8 p.m. June. I can't see that red, Paul.
June 11th, brother.
11th.
This weekend. And I think we're going to get the promoter on radio this week too, either on our show or DJ Q89 show, The Chocolate Factory. Going back to my music, it's 103.7.